guys, this is Fallout Kid, and today is welcome back to another game review that I managed to make. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna clean out everything. So yeah, today I'm gonna review a video game that is a prequel that takes place before the original. So, and today I'm gonna reviewing Resident Evil 0. Yep. So Resident Evil 0 is a prequel that takes place before the original the event of Resident Evil. On the GameCube. That was released on the GameCube as well. So and it's also got re-released on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, which they're all backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So crazy though. So but yeah. So. Let's get to the plot of this game now. Now the plot. Okay, excuse me. So the plot with this game, we got, of course we got the Bravo team helicopter, which is before it crashed down. Like we get to see at the beginning of the original game. So now, of course we got to see the Bravo teams that they were all still alive at the time. Of course we got Enrico. Forrest. Forrest, Kenneth, Richard, Edward. Of course, we've got the pilot, the actual lead pilot, Kevin. And of course, we got the surviving Bravo team character, Rebecca Chambers, who is one of the main characters in this game, though, along with Billy Cohen. Now, Billy Cohen is the accused, murdering, the civilian, who was like the soldier, one of the soldiers, who was about to be execution and everything, and but then the SWAT vehicle crashed and he escaped. So and Rebecca found the train with all the other people. All the people have been dead with this type of things. Like gets to inside people, bodies and stuff like that. Turn into zombies and everything. Of course, we've got Billy Cohen who has showed up. And then we got Edward Dewey, who got into the train. Who was overpowered and by zombies, and of course with zombie dogs as well. And he was bitten all over, and he simply passed away. And of course, and then Rebecca and Rebecca and Billy decided to team up, and then when they were stopping the train, and Rebecca, and there was a really sad moment when Rebecca saw Edward already become a zombie, and then of course Edward, he's dead, so that was a really sad moment to see Edward Dewey become a zombie, later on, and then Rebecca emotionally saw him, yeah. So that was a really sad moment. I agree with a lot of people. So and so the train stopped and it crashed into one of those umbrella corporation building. Of course the building became abandoned, and what turns out to be is that this building was actually the Umbrella Research Center. So they found stuff to go to different locations. To find a way in or way out. So the guy that built, of course, we got the centipede type of thing, that, of course, it got like creatures, like, got the scorpion, the giant looking scorpion, the giant looking centipede, and, of course, we got those little tyrant looking character, kind of like in the original, but it's a little bit different. This tyrant prototype, yep. And of course, Billy Cohen was accidentally washed away and to another place, and then Rebecca actually found Enrico, who was still alive, and Enrico, just going to that mansion, the Spencer mansion for the original, of course, So and then Rebecca saw Billy, swim away from, to the, or I don't know how you say that though, but Then Rebecca finally found Billy, laying down to the, around the sewage, the sewer, that little deck type of thing in the sewer, and then all of a sudden Billy found those bone skeletons that all those people were testifying, for the Umbrella that's been dead for years now, and of course we got this another type of character, that I think it was like Queenie, I think it was that type of character, or whatever you call them, like Queenie. That's like slugs or looking things, And then Billy, with a badass way, shot that thing, and the thing fell into the fire, and then Billy and Rebecca got out of the building just in time. Then the whole thing blew up. So then Rebecca decided to let Billy go, and just pretend that Billy's been dead, when he's really not, though. So and then Billy, give her a thumbs up at the end, and then of course we got, at the end, the very end, we got to see the Spencer Mansion, that follows up to the original, of course, Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it though for you guys. This plot, and why I even think of it. Yes, I've seen problems with it. Yes, I know there's a lot of people that didn't like the game or hated it. Probably, I understand that. Yeah, there is one main issue I have with this game, is that there's one downfall for it, is that like there's no item box for that game. I'm like, wait, what? I just never get why you can't store items in the box in this game. I just don't get it though. I just don't get why you can't do that. Like in Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Like, I just don't get why they didn't put the item box. But instead, it just allows you can allow to drop items, Of course, you have to go back into certain where you came from, or you just grab the items, where you dropped it from, and then go back where you're going, It's that is pretty annoying how it is, and it's just, I just don't get it either, but I still think, I think the plot and the writing is on the writing and everything is great, in my opinion. This is kind of, for some reason, it is kind of emotional for me to play, though. For what's so emotional, you may ask, is because that, it's just, even the soundtrack, of the safe room, it just have that type of sound to it. It kind of feels good. It kind of feels a little emotional. It feels, a little peaceful with it. And another emotional thing like that, we get to see Edward, who's been zombified, and when Rebecca, emotionally saw him, yeah. But this was emotional about this game though. But I still think it was a really great underrated prequel game though, and it's a good title as well. Resident Evil 0, instead of just saying like Resident Evil something, But yeah, I think it's a really great title for this game, for a prequel, like, in my opinion. So yeah, this game is available on the GameCube, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4. Yep, or PC or anything I think. But it was originally going to release on the Nintendo 64 version. Unfortunately, the Nintendo 64 version got canceled due to elimination of Nintendo 64 cartridge space. And yeah, that's the reason why it never got, it didn't release in Nintendo 64 and got canceled. And they decided to skip over it to the GameCube version with a remastered like graphics and quality and everything. Yeah, that's the main reason why it got the Nintendo 64 version got canceled, unfortunately. So like Resident Evil 2 got Nintendo 64 for some reason. I just don't get how that game got a Nintendo 64 release. I would get the reason why it got canceled, but I just don't get how it would get a release like that. But it's just, I don't know, it's just me, in my opinion. But yeah. But yeah, I'm just glad I got the GameCube version for Resident Evil 2 and 3, because I think I think it's the best version than the PS1 version, just for me though, in my opinion. It's just me. But I don't know, I'm not gonna, I won't get to that some point, someday. I'm not sure, but you know. But yeah, I still think Resident Evil 0 is a great prequel and underrated as well. Underrated game, despite its issue though. But I still liked it regardless. I mean, it's got some emotional moments and everything, you know, and I still loved it regardless. Like I said before, I still love it regardless. Yeah, and I don't blame them canceling the the N64 version, you know, because of that. I mean, yeah, I mean, at least they do have the same type of graphics like with the Resident Evil 1, but you know, I mean, I just don't get why they never released it on the PS1, you know, with the graphics and everything, nor on the re-released GameCube ones for some reason. I'm not sure why though, but you know, anyway, it doesn't really matter though. Again, it's just still a great game regardless, you know. But I mean, yeah, overall, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video or so. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys later, people. Peace out. And team with respect as well. See you guys later.